Hi everybody. Today we are December the 23rd. So it's Sunday, and usually at 8 o'clock I like just have a little chat. And tonight I was thinking about talking about fear, but in a different way. So previously in one of my video, I was talking about fear, and I was expressing the fact that we all have fears. But this way, tonight I want to talk about the fear that I have, that I feel like God took away from me. The first one that I've experienced, it was a few years ago. I was in a dream, and suddenly I felt like I was in heaven. I was in the garden of heaven. And just like I was walking in my little garden, it was beautiful. There was like a little house there. There was like flowers. There was a little path. I was just making, having fun walking my little path. And suddenly I was, bonjour Louise, and suddenly I was sitting somewhere inside the little house, maybe. I'm not really sure where I was sitting, but I did recognize a little something beside me sitting on my right side. And it was a rat. I had a rat beside me because one of my fear, I had fear for years, not anymore now, because since I really overcome that fear. But I had a terrible fear of mouse and rats. So here I had my little pet friend beside me, that little rat, and I could feel it. I could feel my little pet friend, and I could feel everything that the little rat was thinking. And at the same time, I could feel God talking to me. It was like a comprehension in my mind, and He made me realize that even a rat has a purpose in life. This is what He was trying to say, that this animal, even the rats, they were on the earth for a special purpose, the same way like human being, like you and me, each of us, you too, we all have a special purpose. Well, any species on the earth, it doesn't matter whatever is the species, they do have also a special something to do in life, connection. They all have a connection too, and they have their purpose. So it was really clear to me, and I could sense and feel the rat beside me, and I just could feel love. This little rat was full of love, and how many people do I see to hate rats, and my fear of mouse was just so terrible when I was younger. I was particularly when I was sleeping downstairs in my parents' house. It was an old house, and sometimes we had a little mouse there. They were making their little way, and I was so scared. I could sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes I fell asleep with the light on because I was so scared. And oh my God, it was terrible. I might even jump on the door one time because of this. I was so scared. But not anymore. And I'm glad that I overcome that fear, because it was sincere, it was real. And I'm glad that He took it away from me. So that was one story that I wanted to share with you. I do have a second one. this one is quite a little bit different. It was in 2000, more particularly, it was February the 14th in 2000. And I was living in Canada at the time. So what happened that night? I sensed the separation of my soul from my body just prior to go to bed, and I totally could feel. I could feel. When I say the separation, I could feel. It's like a I don't know, it's like a death, like what you feel before you die, I would say, maybe. It's like a separation. I feel a separation of my children. I felt the separation with my family members. I totally felt the separation with my own body, with the environment where I was, everything, before I closed my eyes. So finally, when I closed my eyes and I was suddenly totally out of my body. Maybe I don't know if we can call this an out-body experience or a dream. I don't know. I don't know what is the good word, the good expression. I'm not totally sure. It's just something that happened to me. So I end up in a different round. I use this word. And so when I was there, on the other side, outside for sure was not with my body because I had felt the separation with my body. I met two Orthodox Jewish, so they were like they had that tall black hat. They had like black hair, like twisted on each side of their face, and they had that black coat, black pants, totally black. Like, I guess was my perception of what was an Orthodox Jewish, and I can tell you that was scaring me, because most of the time, this is what I see. I realize we're scared of the unknown because there's something different to me. I had never experienced, never meeting anybody, an Orthodox Jewish. I was scared of them. So here we are. I met two of them, and they were right in front of me. And then suddenly I started to think, oh my God, what if, they're gonna take me away from my body, and I won't be able to come back in my body, and I felt scared. I was scared of losing my body and not to be able to reach out to myself. So I started to run, and I started to run after them. And I was running, and those poor little things, they were scared of me. They feared me. Suddenly, we were in the kitchen, and I saw them jumping on the counter in the kitchen. And I can tell you they were about 7 feet tall. And I look at them, both of them, then something stopped me. There must have been God stopping me. I can't tell what is it that stopped me. Let's say a spiritual being of the light stopped me and reminded me and make me go back from the moment I was in my bed. I was sensing the separation with my body, and then to the moment I was there. And I realized that oh my God, I mean, I was just thinking, what am I doing here? They were scared of me when, found out it was me having fear. It was my fear. I felt horrible. I felt so bad about myself. I felt really horrible. I look at them in the eyes, the one on the right, the one on the left. I don't know, something. And I shake their hands, and I apologize to each of them. And after this, I felt their heart. The heart was so pure. They were just pure love, pure angels, pure unconditional love. It's just very powerful. So this is what I wanted to share with you today. We should not fear what we don't know. The same thing, we should probably not judge, what we don't know neither, and judge for what we see without, knowing the person, or knowing, isn't it funny that so many times, like the expression, you don't judge the cover by the book, something like this. So this is what I wanted to share tonight. And I'm glad that it was a good experience, really. It's not experience I've been sharing a little bit. It has been a long time, though, since I said something about this experience. But hey, just wanted to share this with you tonight. So, hope you have a great evening, and I'm glad to be there for you tonight. And keep smiling, and keep spreading love. And don't forget, Christmas is around, very close, tomorrow. And don't forget the people that are alone. Make sure you call them. And I want to say bye. Have a great night. Bye.